here yet. Okay, well, hi. Today we are, doing...
Hey!
Oh my god, me.
Sorry that I'm late. So last night I was at Kova's place and we were having so much fun with the alcohol. Oh wait, are we on air? Oh.
If we're in Soviet Russia, we would have you jailed and executed now. So how about that communism?
Leave, Amber, we don't need you here.
Okay.
Anyway, communism is a social economic system structured upon common ownership of the means of production and characterized by the absence of class, economic gaps in the state, as well as the social, political, and economic ideology and movement that aims to establish this social order.
So basically, communism is a system where there is an equal communal ownership of all resources. Everyone puts in the same effort and get the same back.
Yeah, in simple terms.
Hey. What is Communist Pronist Spaghetti? Communist Manifesto. Yeah, you get it? You get it? Like the Communist Manifesto? No?
Okay, anyway, the term communism technically began with its terming by Karl Marx. He was a German philosopher in 1848 and he published the Communist Manifesto, which establishes the basic principles of communism. This idea actually came from the original hunting and gathering societies, where humanity gained what they need without surplus and private ownership.
However, communism actually began long earlier than the 1800s. The basic principle of everyone performing equal effort to all get equal results in order to end social classes and money began way back in Greek. Philosopher Plato in 400 BCE in his book, The Republic, stated a society where people shared all their property, wives and children. Private property is frowned upon. Even in the medieval Christianity, the Pope asked for the creation of monastic communities where all properties are shared. And even in America, the land of democracy, pre-communism took root. Writer Thomas More created the idea of utopian societies where every family had common ownership to all property, even their wives.
The seeds of communism have long been spread across civilizations. However, it wasn't until the publication of the Communist Manifesto that the term communism became global. But it wasn't until the 20th century that communism took power in the world.
Hey. I got another one. What do you call a communist in a hurry?
What?
Russian. You know, like, is there Russian in it? Okay, here, I got a better one. What do you call a lazy communist?
What?
Stalin! Yes, but he's Stalin!
Now, while Ming is taking Amber to her station, I will begin talking about communism dominating in March Russia. In the 1910s, Russia was sided with the Allies in World War I. However, the number of Russian casualties skyrocketed to 2 million. Soon the challenging of the absolute monarchy authority began as the current Tsar Nicholas II and his son was weak. Before long, bread strikes popped over the Russian Empire. But to get a better understanding, we will go to reporter Amber, who is finally on the scene.
Strike! Hey guys, so this is Amber at Petrograd, Russia in 1917. There's currently a revolution called the February Revolution, which along with the later October Revolution will come to be known as the Bolshevik Revolution, after the Bolshevik class who began this revolution. As you can see behind me, a pregnant woman is protesting the monarchy as she does not have enough bread to eat for herself and unborn child. Come on, who needs bread when you have cake? Anyways, I'm gonna have a chat with this lady.
Red, strike.
Hey, just tell me about yourself.
I am Alexandra Kilowansi, Thai, 28 years old and pregnant. Oh. Wait, that's not important. What is we need Tsar Nicholas II to step down his throne. The Russian people are suffering under this dictator. My husband, a good man, died in this great war. For no reason. Not only that, there is no work available. People are dying on these streets. I am 7 months pregnant, and I have no more bread at home. We need food now.
Well, you could have cake. What do you say is the solution?
The solution? The solution? We need the end of this monarchy and should be replaced by a communist government. With communism, every problem will be solved, as everyone will receive equal amount of resources. That means food, clothing, and shelter. We will become equal and we will...
Okay. So you want to hear a joke? How much bread does it take to kill a Russian? None.
After the Bolshevik Revolution and the assassination of the Tsar's family, Lenin took over and formed the Soviet Union. Later, led by Stalin, Soviet Russia is under communist control. Through Stalin's Great Purge, all anti-communists were killed. And through the 5-year plan, a communist economy was created, forcing industrialization. However, this communist plan led to the death of thousands.
So, while Russia is in communist rule, the USA is under its first Red Scare. Every American was in fear of communist and socialist taking over society. The National Origins Act, which limited immigration, was implanted, and no warranty needed farmer raids were all over. Just like a balloon, the fear of communism only continues to expand until the final pop.
By 1940, the Second World War erupted, with Soviet Union joining the Allies along with the United States. Though the US heavily persecuted communists and socialists, it was inevitable to side with Soviet Union in order to put down the greatest threat of Hitler. When the war began to end, the issue of Reconstruction was considered. Tensions, however, began to rise during the Yalta and Potsdam Conference between the Democratic United States of America, whose president at that time was Frederick Roosevelt, and the Soviet Union, whose president was Stalin. The final decision was that the communists would gain control of all of Eastern Europe, while Democratic control would be of the Western Europe sphere. However, the fear of communism still begins to spread.
Okay, so how does the communist keep his bedroom dark? With an iron curtain! Because, like the Iron Curtain, and it represented the division of democracy and communism, and No? Okay.
Okay, so the Cold War was between US and Soviet Union, the only superpowers left. After Europe was in Reconstruction, this Cold War led to heavy tension between the nations, but now actually war was fought between them. US President Truman needed to decide between two policies. Kennan wanted containment, to keep communism where it is and not communism will fail.
Yeah, but when you say Cannon, look at the problems that he caused. It's a bunch. Anyway, what were you saying again?
So anyways, Truman at that time sided with Kennan and wanted containment. As a result, problems such as Cuban Missile Crisis, Korean War, the Vietnam War erupt. These proxy wars was tension between communism and democracy. The United States would send troops to help the anti-communist party, no matter how bad they are.
Yeah, you're right. When Truman could actually split litmus policy because that had zero problems. The United States didn't even have to go and fight. It was a Cold War. There was no war in the beginning anyway. But these proxy wars that erupt, it created a second Red Scare at home. The public was in fear of communism despite. They would fear the spies, they would fear of everything. So as a result, it would create a house of un-American activists who did unwarranted searches and innocent houses. And all this was led by Senator McCarthy. This fear expanded and many innocent lives were lost. But this fear soon burst. Boom! After the end of Vietnam, President Nixon began his detente policy with Communist China. China had turned communist in 1949. We will now get more info with Amber, who is on the scene.
So we are in communist China. In 1949, China became a communist country with the election of... Wait. What does the communist cat say? No? Mao! like the communist president Mao Zedong? No? Not funny. Okay. Anyway, Mao's communist policy heavily regulated the lives of the people. The Great Leap Forward led to famine, killing millions, while the one-child policy limited the number of children a woman can have. As you can see behind me, over here in this direction, yes. Ming?
Wow. Okay, thank you, Amber, so much. As stated before, President Nixon used the detente policy, a form of peace, with Communist China. First, the United States sends ping-pong players to China. Then China sent pandas as a sign of peace. When Nixon finally visits China, the Red Scare was symbolically over. After the 1970s, the United States and the Chinese economy become integrated, and both become global markets. Though China has a communist government, the economy is in fact truly capitalist, since communism does not work.
Communism comes to an end in the 1990s. Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev realizes this and began his slow decommunist policies. He opened civil liberties through glasnost and changed the Russian economy to a more capitalist one through perestroika. In 1991, the USSR fell into shambles, and Russia emerged as a semi-presidential constitutional republic. Furthermore, in 1990, the Berlin Wall fell, uniting Germany back into one and signifying the end of the Cold War. Communism lost its power and slowly disintegrates by the end of 1990s.
Though communism did basically end, it can still be found in the modern-day world. Though not fully held in effect, communism still exists in the People's Republic of China, Vietnam, and Laos. However, they are in low degrees. These Southeast Asian countries are really found to hold communism to mostly to the government level. If you look at the economy is a free market or capitalist. Government has no control and equality is not present. True, communism was great on paper, but it did not have full effect in the world. Thank you for tuning in onto Communism 101.
By the way, that is not communism, LOL, okay, you guys? It's 101, like
Yeah.
I just said. There you go.